Corkscrew Swamp Sanctuary is a showcase of Audubon at its best. A 20 square mile swath of wild Florida where wildlife thrive and people can disconnect from the modern world and go back in time. Our iconic boardwalk gives visitors access to the shadowy piece of ancient swamp, introducing them to towering cypress, resident wildlife, and the conservation ethic that saved Corkscrew from destruction in the last century. At the same time, Audubon fields researchers and land managers to study the ecology of this special place and pioneer techniques for protecting and restoring wetlands like it around the state. We are at a humbling moment. In 2018, we made an ambitious commitment to restore the sanctuary's marshes impacted by changes to the larger watershed. Today, we are celebrating the completion of 1,000 acres of marsh restoration, thanks to the hard work of our staff, the dedication of our volunteers, and the generosity of our supporters.
The wetlands found within the sanctuary were once abundant throughout southwest Florida, but so much of the marshes and wetland prairies have disappeared because of development. Over 1,000 people are moving to Florida each day. As landowners and land stewards of this sanctuary, we have an opportunity and an obligation to restore wetlands so they can provide water filtration, so they can refill our aquifer for drinking water and provide wildlife habitat. Because wetlands sequester nutrients that degrade water quality and provide water storage for reducing flooding, this project is really important for restoring the natural systems as they should be.
So our three-step process is a multi-year process. The first step is to do mulching or grinding of woody shrubby species like Carolina willow. The second phase lasts anywhere from 2 to 5 years, and that's when we have vegetation filling in, and we do spot treatment with herbicide, tackling any woody regrowth or any invasive species that are unwanted, keeping them out of the system until we can get to our third and final step, which is fire. And we reintroduce fire into the system with the long-term goal of then managing it with fire as our primary tool. So I think one of the aha moments for me for this restoration work was the first time that I saw more than 10 roseate spoonbills. I've seen 10 before, but I remember driving through the backcountry one day, looking into these restoration units, and there's this glass of still open water with a little pocket of vegetation here and there, and all of a sudden there's just this beautiful array of pinks with a little bit of white here and there, a little bit of gray, and then something spooked, and all of these spoonbills, like a flock of 25, 30, just erupted into the air. And it was in that moment that I just was like, this is working. Like, this is what we want. This is what our marshes need to be doing for our wildlife.
We're grateful to those who have supported our restoration efforts over the last 4 years and empowered us to reach our milestone of 1,000 acres a year early. While we celebrate this achievement, we're not done yet. Our sights are set to restore another 1,000 acres, and we're more motivated than ever because of the results we're seeing today. I want to thank you for the entire team at Corkscrew Swamp for caring about this sanctuary and for being champions for wildlife areas everywhere that both